Hello everyone, I am Mona and I am reading Bhagwat Gita or the Song Divine on this channel. I have read whole chapter till so far and I'm going to start chapter 5. So let's start. Arjun said, Krishna, you extol Sankhya Yoga, the yoga of knowledge and then the yoga of action. Pray, tell me which one of the two is decidedly conducive to my good. Shri Bhagwan said, the yoga of knowledge and the yoga of action both lead to supreme bliss. Of the two, however, the yoga of action, being easier of practice, is superior to the yoga of knowledge. The karma yogi, who neither hates nor desires, should ever be considered as an ever renunciant. For Arjun, he who is free from the pair of opposite is easily liberated from bondage. It is the ignorant, not the wise, who say that Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga lead to divergent results. For one who is firmly established in neither gets the fruit of both, which is the same God realization. The supreme state which is reached by the Sankhya Yogi is attained only by the Karma Yogi. Therefore, he alone who sees Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga as identical so far as their result goes sees truly. Without Karma Yoga, however, Sankhya Yoga, that is, renunciation of doership in relation to all activities of the mind, senses, and body is difficult to accomplish. Whereas the Karma Yogi, who keeps his mind fixed on God, which is Brahma, in no time, Arjun, the Karma Yogi, who has fully conquered his mind and mastered his senses, whose heart is pure, and who has identified himself with the self of all beings, that is God, remains untainted even though performing action. However, the Sankhya Yogi who knows the reality of things must believe that he does nothing, even though seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating or drinking, walking, sleeping, breathing, speaking, answering the calls of nature, grasping and opening or closing the eyes, holding that it is the senses alone that are moving among their objects. He who acts offering to all actions to God and shaking off attachment remains untouched by sin, as the lotus leaf by water. The karma yogi perform action only with their senses, mind, intellect, and body as well, without feeling the without feeling of mind is respect of them and shaking off attachment simply for the sake of self purification. Offering the fruit of actions to God, the Karma Yogi attains everlasting peace in the form of God realizations. Whereas he who works with the selfish motive, being attached to the fruit of actions through desires, gets tied down. The self-controlled Sankhya Yogi, doing nothing himself and getting nothing done by others, rests happily in God, the embodiment of truth, knowledge, and bliss, mentally relegating all actions to the mention of nine gates, the body with nine openings. God determines neither the doership nor the doing of the men, nor even their contact with the fruit of action, but it is nature alone that does all this. The omnipresent God does not partake the virtue or sin of anyone. Knowledge is knowledge is enveloped by ignorance. Hence, it is that beings are constantly falling a prey to delusion. In the case, however, of those who they said ignorance has been destroyed by true knowledge of God, that wisdom shining like the sun reveals the supreme. Those whose mind and intellect are wholly merged in Him, who remains constantly established in identity with Him and have finally become one with Him, their sins being wiped out by the wisdom, reach the supreme goal whence there is no return. The wise book, the wise look with equanimity on all, whether it be a Brahmin endowed with learning and humility, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a pariah too. Even here in the mortal plane conquered by those whose mind is established in equanimity, since the Absolute is untouched by evil and is the same to all. Hence, they are established in Paramatma. He who with firm intellect and free from doubt rejoices not on obtaining what is pleasant, and does not feel perturbed or meeting with the unpleasant, that knower of Brahma lives eternally in identity with Brahma. He whose mind remains unattached to sense objects derives through meditations, the sattvic joy which dwells in the mind, that yogi, having complete identified himself through meditation with Brahma, enjoys eternal bliss. The pleasure which are born of sense contacts are verily a source of suffering only, though appearing as enjoyable to worldly minded people. They have they have a beginning and an end. They come and go. Arjun, it is for this reason that a wise man do not indulge in them. He alone, who is able to withstand in this very life before casting off his body the urges of lust and anger, is a yogi, and he alone is a happy man. He who is happy within himself enjoys within himself the delight of soul, and even so is illuminated by the inner light of the soul. And such yogi, identified with Brahma, attains Brahma, who is all peace. The seers whose sin have been purged, whose doubt have been dispelled by knowledge, whose disciplined mind is firmly established in God, and who are devoted to the welfare of all beings, attain Brahma, who is all peace. To those wise men who are free from lust and anger, who have subdued their mind and have realized God, Brahma, the abode of eternal peace, is present all around, shutting out all thoughts of external enjoyments, with the gaze fixed on the space between the eyebrows, and having regulated the pran outgoing and apana incoming breath, flowing with the nostril, he who has brought his senses, mind, and intellect under control, such a contemplative soul intent on liberation and free from desire, fear, and anger, and is ever liberated, having known me, is in reality as the enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme Lord of all the worlds, and the selfless friend of all beings, my devotee attain peace. Thus, in the Upanishad sung by the Lord, the science of Brahma, the scripture of yoga, and the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjun in the fifth chapter entitled The Yoga of Action and Knowledge. So I'm done with the chapter 5 as well, and tomorrow I will read chapter 6. This is the Bhagwat Gita, or the Song Divine. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.